Shines of Light, and I am Mary Amy. Thank you for joining us. And today I felt like I needed that extra boost, so I ran the music a little bit longer. So how is everyone? I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I had a very full weekend, and if you joined us on Saturday, we had a stream, and it was with a ghost hunter from South Florida, and Eric Vanderlaan, and he shared all his paranormal excursions out into haunted locations with his team, and he is been doing this for 10 years. And it's so funny because I thought someone who was involved in doing paranormal investigations was like rah rah, but he's someone who literally is trying to find he's trying to show how it's not paranormal, and that's like his last avenue. This is finally paranormal. But moving on from that, I'm so glad that you joined us on Monday. I'm coming live from New York. It's 222. Oh, 222. That's an angel number. I'd have to look up what that means. And so today's show, I have so much to get to. I want to cover the topic of ascension, which is bringing yourself to a higher consciousness. And also, what is light on the horizon? I always visualize, I see light on the horizon, and I talk about sunrises and sunsets, and also I want to cover angels. We will be talking about some types of aliens. Now, before we get to that, I want to say a disclaimer that I am not a medical professional. I give helpful tips and suggestions to inner peace and personal serenity. My holistic modalities include I'm an intuitive wisdom coach, a Reiki master, and an ordained minister. Basically, a light worker. Also, I'd like to say bright light shines on us. Every thought is very powerful, and we are all part of a whole. Your pain is my pain, and my pain is yours. Karma is a cycle of cause and effect. Now, the sacred knowledge I impart on you is to connect to a light source, engage with nature, and record your sleeping dreams for the universe to guide you on your ultimate destiny. Okay, let's get right to it. We're going to get on to ascension. And what is ascension? Well, I had some guests on recently, and they spoke about this ascension, and they spoke about starseeds and a higher consciousness and DNA. And so I did some digging, and I want to share with you what exactly that means. Okay, so here we go. So ascension is the act of rising to a higher level of consciousness. And I will explain to you what it seems to be defined as. And I just would like to say, to reach a higher consciousness and to have a higher vibration, which means that you will attract more positive opportunities and potential in your life and abundance, you have to come from a much more compassionate place and kindness in your heart. And that means that you join with the place that's inside your spirit that is giving and loving and kind. And then you reach a higher consciousness and a higher vibration. And you only attract that kind of energy into your life. And you become illuminated and brilliant in your being. And so a higher consciousness is a place that you attract like. Like attracts like, and you attract a higher vibration. A lower vibration is someone who dwells in, unconsciously, they are dwelling in a place of negativity and sadness and negative emotions. And it's not to say that we can't be in that place sometimes. It's just when you constantly are living there all the time and you can't get out of it. That's a lower vibration. A higher vibration is more about love and kindness and goodness and hope. So I'll just give you some. So spiritual ascension means a magical awakening of your soul into a higher level of consciousness. It merges you to a pure and divine source of pure energy. Here are some signs. You're drawn towards nature. You're emotionally detached from family and friends. You have an intense frustration of sadness and rage. A sudden loss of self-identity. You have a difficulty in concentration. You have a lot of self-talk and inner dialogue, unusual dreams, body discomfort. So you are headed towards an awakening, and they say grand awakening. So here are the stages. 1, awakening, which means you're like, oh, what's happening? I feel different, and I feel like I'm a little bit out of my body sometimes, and I'm more aware of other living things, more aware of nature, more aware of a higher consciousness. And you don't take things from a logical perspective. You're more coming from an intuitive perspective. And then 2, you do a cleansing. So you're going to let go of anything that's negative. And some of the topics that I cover here and suggestions that I give is about cleansing. You become more clear and more aware, and this actually brings beneficial characteristics to your life. Like you feel less sad, you feel less lonely, you are more independent of others, you become more engulfed in your mission on this earth, and you believe in protecting humanity. And then 3 would be letting go of old patterns, which I kind of believe that I'm working on right now, which is letting go of old patterns would be the old messages and conversations that you were involved in before, which would be some of the aspects of your life growing up, and what you were taught isn't all necessarily helpful moving forward to an ascension. And then 4 is rebirth, and then 5, the ascension. So now ascension. It's different from spiritual growth, which is about tuning into the spiritual realms beyond the physical, where ascension is about consciously choosing to evolve and by becoming more love and light filled by moving into a higher vibrational dimension. It's someplace I think we all would like to go. I'm guessing that. It's not necessarily for everyone, and if you've come back and you've been reincarnated, or you've come back to this world many times over, you might be ready for an ascension, like an old soul. And I'm going to give you some characteristics of starseeds, which are those who have ascended. So some 10 signs that you are raising your vibration, ascending your consciousness. I'm going to give you some of those. So 10 signs would be that you're ascending and you're raising your vibration. And you know what? I'm going to put it in the chat so everyone... Oh, hey, Kaywa! Hey! How are you? Thanks for joining us. Kaywa, guess what? So I want to tell you, the followers, I got 2 new followers yesterday, and they are Inspector NO5, and then Imanak99 joined us on Saturday's stream. And so we're building on the followers, and I appreciate that you're joining us. And if you have any questions about what I'm talking about, today we're talking about higher consciousness and light on the horizon, some types of aliens and angels. Right now I'm talking about higher consciousness, slow but steady. Oh, hey, Master! Yay! Hey! Hello! Your speech is amazing for one more time. What? What speech? What do you mean? What speech is that? Because the speech that I give over my followers? I love my followers. Yeah, you're up here. I was wondering where you were, Master LF Slave. Yeah, so I am all about higher consciousness because I had some guests that they gave me like the come to Jesus moment, and I think I was ready. I had Jilly, and Jilly Clark is all about ascending, and she's a starseed, and she's a Palladian, so I'm debating whether or not I'm an Andromedan, which I'm going to talk about Andromedans in a little bit. So an Andromedan looks like this, and you know why I think that? Because I literally had an Andromedan visit me in a dream the other day, and I'll show you what he looked like. Hold on. So imagine, guys, Master and Kawa. Okay, so the Andromedan that visited me, and I'm guessing it's Andromedan because he had a blue head, or she had. So here's what it looked like. Now, I did not see this pointy ear. There was no pointy ear, and the nose was much longer, but it looked like this. Can you imagine? And I saw a crowd of them, and they were like patting me on. I was walking through a crowd of them, and they were greeting me. So I'm like, oh my God, am I an Andromedan? Do I have the DNA of an Andromedan? And then here's another photo that's online. So I don't know. I'm going to get to that in a little bit, but I just wanted to share that. This looks like what I saw. Okay, so back to higher consciousness. So what are some signs that you're reaching a higher consciousness and a higher vibration? Well, the fact that you're watching my show, maybe you are headed towards that, because I'm talking about all of these topics. Like I talk about UAPs. Now, the UAPs have passengers. Frank Milburn was on our show last Monday, and he spoke about passengers in the alien crafts and what's going on in the world right now, all this upheaval. It seems to be that the world is being cleansed of toxic energies. Now, if you can hold on and stay through, hold on for dear life, I would say my guess is by 2024, most of it will be clear. That's what I'm guessing. But I don't know. So here we go. So 10 signs that you're raising your vibration. Now this comes from Sabrina Reber. And she says you're aware of the term ascension. You understand that ascension is the process of integrating more light from higher soul into your physical being. And that's what we do when we do a visualization. And you're doing this through the process of meditation and shadow work. Ascension requires us to spiritualize our lower being, take dominion over our ego shadow. So in other words, you're more aware of what's going, your brain, like your brain thoughts. I always say, do you circle back? Do you circle back? Does your brain keep going back to these same thoughts? You want to get rid of those, because that's old language. Those are old triggers, and be more conscious of being aware what you're bringing in. So I say, spinning light in your brain, spinning light in your heart, because that takes away negativity and darkness. Like when I've had dark entities come into my life, rather than me be like, oh, I'm so scared, even if it's a crazy looking entity, what I do is I say, I'm hugging you with light. I'm hugging you. And they don't like that. They leave. Darkness dislikes light. Darkness loves drama. Darkness loves negativity. So if you want to clear yourself, you want to embrace everything with light and send love and compassion. Ascension is the activation and integration that resides in a higher vibrating dimension with our energy fields. Ascension requires us to transmute the darkness within our lower selves and physical selves so we can raise the vibration to a higher frequency, emotionally, mental, physical, so we can merge with the very high vibrating energies of our spiritual bodies. You are aware that you are a spiritual being, and having a human experience, you know that you are a multidimensional being, and that your true essence does not reside solely in the physical body. So you can take yourself into whatever you want. You can create that through your mind, through visualization. So you can close your eyes and you can visualize the most humongous dream or goal that you have, and you can visualize yourself attaining that. And next thing you know, and you can't laugh at yourself because then you ruin it, and you can't tell anyone else, and you will be able to attain that goal just by visualization. And if you're clear and you bring joy to it, you can have it. You know that you are energy, and you're also aware of the gateway to your higher consciousness. Very interesting. So, if you are obsessed with all things spiritual, alternative, conspiracy, healing, and positivity, you want to read everything you can about the truth of your being and what is going on the planet. You also understand that humanity's outer environment will not change until each person accepts responsibility for their own ego and shadow consciousness. Anyway, moving on. So those are a few ways to raise your vibration. Okay, so let's get into what starseeds are. Because starseeds are many of these. And these are some examples of starseeds. Starseeds, a person spiritually aware. Starseeds have a strong connection to the divine creator. Starseeds are said to be an old soul sent back to earth to transform the world into a heaven on earth. Starseeds with spiritual gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsustenance, capable of telepathy, who sense others' emotions and forecast future events. They're multi-dimensional beings of light. Starseeds known as Sirians. So here's an Andromedan. Okay? And I said, this to me looks like an Andromedan. This is a Sirian. Starseeds known as Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Palladians. So this one right here kind of gives some examples of what they are, and I'll hold up with this, so you know what I'm talking about, right? So Orion starseeds. The second is about mental but not emotional beings, which express the way to learn how to love and experience emotions. Some Orion starseeds have bright colors, sky blue or ice blue eyes. Arcturian starseeds. So Arcturian is, I don't see it on here, but I know this is an Arcturian right here, this one. So an Arcturian, they have a mission to set up a new society where technology and spirituality meld cohesively. They are not in tune with their emotions, and therefore this is one of their lessons here on Earth. So they say that all of us are one of these starseeds, and that we just have to connect to our original DNA. Now there's a language to it, and here's some of the words, and I wonder if they have an impact on you. And I'm going to write these words down. And this is called light language. This, to me, is so exciting. Okay, so light language. Here's some words for light language, and I wonder if we're going to attract some energies. Like, here's some light language. Mirror is a word, and that means spinning field of light. And Ka, so is this having any impact on you? I don't know. Ka, and Ka is our spiritual essence. I should pull up a video of someone singing this, and you would say, what is this? I'm going to pull something up right now because I find it fascinating, and maybe you will too. This is helping me. I was not feeling well today. I have not been feeling well over the weekend. I won't I won't elaborate on what that means because no one really wants to know. It's too TMI. Okay, so let's just pull this up because I wonder if you will be interested in hearing this. I listened to this the other day and it had such an impact on me that I had to tune it off. So let's find, it's called light language. And let me pull this up. Light language. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if this is what I heard. Where is she? Do I have to join this? Do I have to join something? No, I want a video. Let's find a video. Okay. I might have to do that. Maybe she makes me... I'm going to find it, and then you can hear what light language is. So light language is a form of communication from a higher dimensional realm. Light language connects with the soul rather than the logical mind. And humanoid aliens speak light language. Let me see if this works. Come on. Oh my gosh, where is it? Just be patient with me, I'll find it for you. Take your time, thank you. But you know what? How to activate your own light language, maybe this will be it. See, this isn't singing, is it?
Aloha, this is Aria Lorenz, and I welcome you to another magical podcast episode where you will learn how to tap into your own light language.
Let's get her singing
if you have ever been touched by someone you didn't know I was a singer, and
come on, where's the music part?
If you haven't, it takes some time. And with your dreams, the more you
So what does that sound like? Is that affecting anyone? I know she wasn't the one I found. I found this one and I just thought it almost felt like...
Hey everyone, if you get whatever you align and pick off whatever you...
Here's one. It's a language by the Starseeds. I don't know how she's doing that, speaking so fast. This is this woman speaking light language. I don't know if that's resonating with anyone, but that's an example of it, of light language. And, okay, so moving on. So the humanoid aliens have traits similar to that of human beings, including upright stance, bipedalism, oppositional thumbs, and facial features. And this right here is an example. These are Palladians, these are Achurians, and these are Andromedans. And I believe that the Andromedans, actually, their faces are blue. So Andromedan souls are the true freedom seekers. They're quiet warriors and perhaps even warriors among us. They're highly intelligent, loving, and benevolent starseeds who emit an extremely high vibrational frequency. There are said to be only 800,000 Andromedan starseeds on the Earth. So these are aliens from other realms, other dimensions that we're referring to today. The collective mission of Andromedan starseeds is to bring peace and harmony and light to the darkest corners of the Earth. Their sole aim is to remove all hostile extraterrestrial presence, like reptilians, among humans. Souls are energy forms, and they will choose a body based on their energetic blueprint or our projected life experiences in even North Node and South Node placements. With their innate abilities, gifts, and talents, they are here to raise the vibration of humanity, ready for the golden age of creativity, which is set to start in 2032. Now, Arcturians, I'll give you another example of Arcturians. These are Andromedans as well. They have blue, they look like violet blue. And, okay, and then here's if you can see this right here, here's some different types. And we have Andromedan, Orion, Palladian. So Palladian are known to look like Nordic aliens, and they're supposedly 7 to 8 feet tall. They have characteristics that look Nordic. They have blonde hair, blue eyes, extremely tall. Now Arcturians have energy that will always manifest in a way that feels comfortable to the receiver. Hence, why many people claim the Arcturians have deep blue skin, teardrop-shaped eyes, and strong jawlines. Arcturian energy, as with all other starseed energy, can present itself in infinite number of ways in different shapes. So maybe something triggers something inside of you that brings you light. And that's kind of what we're talking about right now. I don't know why it's doing this on my computer. With their natural born wisdom and knowledge, they're mentally, physically, and emotionally more advanced than Earth souls. However, they're not here to do it forcefully. Their work does not involve dragging the collective world into the new order, creativity, and innovation, but rather to carry out their mission unnoticed. Palladian starseeds are Scandinavian looking by nature, with blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and highly emotional and sensitive nature. Palladians are soul healers. Their heart and crown chakras vibrate at an incredibly strong frequency, and as a result, they're drawn to roles that involve healing and unification. So, like for me, why am I fascinated with this? Because I guess they're like searching for, or they're trying to bring in positivity and light into the world, and maybe unconsciously I'm triggered into like studying this and finding out about this because there is so much chaos, and I can't even look at the news because everything looks like death and destruction, and I'm looking for kind of a safe space or something that's going to kind of give me more an incentive, and my intention is to help bring light to everyone and talk about peace and also cover topics like UAPs and UFOs and Bigfoot and that kind of thing. Okay, so here I want to say these look like they could be some kind of extraterrestrial alien, like maybe I don't know, or they could be, they're not, it could be the coloring, but that could be a gray alien, an Enochi alien, this is an Andromedan, this is a Nordic alien or a Palladian, and this might be an Arcturian. I don't know what that is. That just looks like a funky alien right there. So I don't know, take from this what you will. Here's Syrians. So Syrian starseeds, the salt of the earth type people, spiritual individuals that also embrace the ways of the earth. Palladian starseeds are empathetic and feel and take on others' energy. So are you any of these? Are you an Orion starseed? Are you an Achorian starseed? Are you a Palladian? Palladians struggle with food sensitivities, sensory issues, and anxiety when not in alignment. I definitely have some characteristics of a few of these. Draconian starseeds, they may have lizard-like physical characteristics, which I have one of those. Let me find that. I don't know where I put that. I had a draconian looking one somewhere. This is an Achurian, right? This is a tall white alien, or what we think is a tall white. I'm so fascinated with these aliens. I must have something that's drawing me to this. I have to say, this is a Nordic, also a Palladian. Like I say, it looks like it's a Marvel character. I went to see the Marvel movie last night. I loved it. It was Black Widow. Here's a tall white. Starseed symptoms. Oh, okay. There could be, according to an online source, there could be 36 species of aliens out there. Will NASA find aliens in space? Do you ever get the feeling that we're not alone in the universe? According to some new research from the University of Nottingham, there might be a total as many as 36 types of alien species in our galaxy. I don't know. Oh, here's an example of a reptilian, and they're shapeshifters. I know, should I be talking about reptilians? But see, it's like, here's a reptilian, but you know what? I just don't know. And this is a starseed, like trying to save humanity. And here's one that's trying to take over humanity. I've shown this picture before, but we have to look at this again. So here it is. It's like a sci-fi movie, right? Here's the human walking, and then he takes off his skin, and underneath he looks like that. So he shapeshifts. This is a typical alien, a gray alien, right? That's a gray alien, and we heard about gray aliens at Area 51. They crashed at Roswell. There was an alien body, and so how to spot an alien? So a gray alien is gray-skinned, glassy-eyed, and these are the aliens that you most often see on the silver screen. A reptilian, while they're initially lizard-like in appearance, these creatures employ molecular shape-shifting and laser holographs to take on any form, add powers of telepathy and invisibility, and you've got a force to be reckoned with. They want a complete control over the planet. I don't know. Does anyone have any questions about aliens before I move on to Light on the Horizon? So according to a poll by Opinion Dynamics Corporation, 34% of Americans believe in the existence of UFOs. Well, we know that's higher because that's an old poll. We know it's more like 75%. Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying that. I don't know how much right now because it's changing all the time because of all these UAPs. Some more. Does anyone want me to offer any more information about starseeds? So starseed light codes are energetic patterns at specific energetic frequencies encoded with information from a higher dimensional source. Every being is encoded at birth with a specific set of light codes which function as their personal frequency or cosmetic blueprint. fingerprint. These codes are written in the DNA and contain the blueprint of the soul, an ancient healing knowledge so great that it is beyond our spoken language and comprehension. They are usually dormant in our DNA until we are able to tap into their energetic frequency. Again, I will say some of these words. Mer, ka, ba, and that's light language. I don't know. Okay, one of the conversations that I like to have that started me out on this journey of signs of light. Signs of light. This is it right here. Signs of light with Mary Amy. Signs of light. Originally I was Blue Butterfly. And you can find my book on Amazon. The White Light Prophecies. I was talking about light on the horizon because I kept seeing in my third eye, which now I can kind of transcend into what I see in my third eye. Like I talk about, there's an angel right here. And today the angel actually presented me with a book. I walked down to the boardwalk and I brought a cup of coffee and I brought the Post because I like to look at the New York Post. And I said, what do I see in my third eye? Which now I actually can see in front of me. I can bring my third eye into present so I can see another dimension right here. So I'll tell you what I see. I see a light on the horizon. I see an angel right here. And this morning this angel brought me a book and I was like, what is this book? And right away I said, is it the Bible? Because I don't really know the Bible. I know Jesus' stories because I was raised hearing Jesus' stories, but I can't quote the Bible. So I did look up angels in the Bible, and I will be talking about that. But I started out, before I started doing this stream, I started seeing this light on the horizon. And I had actually one person on social media say to me, they contacted me and they said, Mary, what exactly are you talking about? What do you see? And I said that what I see, and like it's breathtaking to me, and I have dreams about it. And this is how I keep going. This is how I find my light. And I'm telling you, and it's making me emotional right now, and I'm telling you the truth, that I see this light where I see water like this, okay? So I see this light. I have to tell you this so you understand where I'm coming from. So I see this light. And I can see it right now as I'm looking into the webcam. I can see this light is bright and beautiful and vibrant, and then there's water, and it's the sun rising, and the sky is just like all these beautiful colors, and they're vibrant, like they're oranges and yellows. And I don't know what this light on the horizon is, except that it's so powerful that I want to talk about it. And it's so powerful that it brings me to tomorrow and it gets me through today. And I embrace this light. And I'm wondering, I want to say this light is definitely a higher power. It's, if you would like to say God, it's, I think it's divine intervention for me. And maybe it's because I went through so much darkness for so long, and I had to kind of escape from that and rise above it. And so here I am trying to share with you what is light on the horizon, and I looked that up. What is light on the horizon? So I wanted to find out exactly, if you Google that, and sometimes I find that words that come to me, I look it up and then I say, oh, well, that's why it's coming to me, because it's really some kind of universal definition. So light on the horizon means something that makes you think that a difficult situation will improve, and maybe that I need that every single day. And I'm sharing this because maybe this will help you. And so maybe close your eyes. Well, let's do this together and see if this is something that you will help you, or if you care to do it. And I know I'm not for everyone. I know that what I say and what I'm doing might be like, oh, she's a little freaky, or I can't get it. And so you're not ready for me, or maybe you'll never be ready for me. But for those of you who are ready for me, I'm going to share. So let's close our eyes together and let's say, what do we see? So let's imagine that we see water and a horizon. So you're looking onto horizon with a sky, and you can see the sunrise coming up from the horizon. And so light on the horizon means something that makes you feel that a difficult situation will improve farther than the possible limit of sight, beyond what is able to foresee, know, or anticipate. It's basically giving you hope. So light on the horizon is giving you hope. And I don't know if I'm giving you any hope today, but that's what I want to share with you. And it gives me hope. And I dream about it. Like I had a dream, not last night, the night before, that I took a picture in my dream of light on the horizon. Okay, moving on. Before I'd like to get to angels and what a channeler is, I wanted to share a visualization. Okay, a visualization. We will create vivid mental images in our mind's eye, bringing positive emotions such as joy, happiness, and hope. Blessings. Our intention today is to visualize yourself into a better mental state. This is valuable if you are feeling unsettled or stressed. Your nature visualization begins now. Please find a quiet space, close your eyes, sit down, or lay down comfortably. And I'd like us to inhale and exhale 3 times deeply together. So close your eyes. I'd like you to release anything that's bothering you before this moment, old thought patterns, or anything that's circling your mind over and over again that's useless to you. So let's let go of all of those thoughts before this moment. And let's do a scan from the top of our head, our crown chakra, to the tip of our toes. Let's scan our head, our shoulder for tension, our arms, and sense if you feel any tension in any part of your body. And if you do, I'd like you to consciously release that and let it go. Let out a sigh. If you have to speak words. Because what we're going to do is we are going to allow light to come into our soul being. So you've exhaled any tension. And I'd like you to imagine a glorious nature scene. Whatever you find to be beautiful and bring joy to your heart. Maybe it's a waterfall, a glistening sunrise or sunset on the horizon like what we just spoke of. Maybe it's a field of flowers. It could be multiple color flowers, one color flowers, whatever is a glorious nature scene to you. Maybe it's a forest of trees. Whatever that is, it could be a beach, it could be the mountains. So it's a vibrant visual location that brings you joy. Now let's find all the details. Whatever senses, the smell, you see, you feel, you hear. If it's fresh air, if it's the bright vibrancy of any of the colors, purples or yellows or blues. the beauty of nature, and you sense the sun is beaming down on you. So let's remain in this moment. And now you are letting go of the past, any anger or fear or sadness or stress that you have, and you're looking forward towards the future. And this beautiful, glorious nature scene is helping you to engage with the joy that's in your heart, the light that's in your heart, and the love that you have. So we're going to uncover any of the past that's covered up your joy and your beauty, and you're going to connect to your own truest self, and you're going to accept yourself for everything that you are, and you're going to allow hope to come into your heart and kindness, and you're going to breathe out stress, and you begin to feel better emotionally and physically and spiritually. And you're going to breathe in joy and new beginnings. And I'd like you to stay in this moment, and I'd like you to accept this. And allow your truest self and the best version of you to be here right now, today, on this Monday. And believe that you are capable of having any of the dreams or goals that you want. And I'm going to count backwards to 3, and you will open your eyes. 3, 2, 1. Thank you for joining me, us. Thank you for joining us. And what I'd like to say is, what I'm learning is that every single dream that I have, that comes through in my thoughts, that comes through in my sleeping dreams, and comes through in visions, are what I really am and what I'm really capable of and what I can start to be right now. I don't have to wait for tomorrow. I spoke to Peter Hansen. I had a session with him, and he's an angelic channeler. We're going to talk about that right now, angelic channelers and what a channeler is. And Peter said to me, Mary, you do not have to wait for whatever it is that you want. You can have it right now. And how does that happen? By accepting. So you're not going to your brain, you're going to your heart, and you're saying, what exactly am I? And who am I? And who am I is, I am someone who wants to share light. I am someone who wants to be a host and who wants to speak of a higher consciousness and compassion and love. And I want to share my love with you. And so I am not stopping myself anymore. I'm just going to be that. And that's who I am. And you can be whatever you want to be as well. So whatever your dreams are, if you dream of travel, if you dream of having a certain occupation or being in a certain relationship with yourself or others, you can do that right now. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to question it. You don't have to ask anyone else. You can just be it right now. So join me in this higher consciousness and ascend to a higher vibration. A channeler. And then we're gonna touch on angels. So a channeler. A channeler is a person who conveys thoughts or energy from a source believed to be outside the person's body or conscious mind. An interpreter. They allow themselves to sense the nonverbal communications from another being, and then the communication with angels comes from a higher consciousness. Overall, 81% of people believe in angels. 77% of Americans believe in angels. And I said to myself, when I saw this vision, and I saw this angel today in my third eye, the angel was bringing me a book. And I don't know Bible. I don't know the Bible. I know stories of Jesus. I was raised with that. But I Googled and I said, okay, what passages speak of angels? So here's one. It said, I looked and I heard the voice of many angels, numbering thousands upon thousands and 10,000 times 10,000. In Bible interpretation, this is known as the I don't know how to pronounce that word, phrase from an infinitely large number. This explains at least some of those unexplainable events that just couldn't be coincidental. So an angel is a supernatural being in various religions. The theological study of angels is known as anthology. Abrahamic religions often depict them as benevolent celestial intermediaries between God or heaven and humanity. Other roles include protectors and guides for humans and servants of God. And so I looked up what exactly online does it say about angels in the Bible and different kinds of angels. Now we know, because I've talked about, these are the different ranks of angels, and these are guardian angels, which is closest to us. So they say we all have guardian angels. Here's a little diagram of different ranks of angels. So we have here guardian angels, archangels, which we know to be Michael, we know Gabriel, principalities, virtues. So what are these ranks? The 9 ranks get closest to God. So seraphim is known to be the closest to God. And of course, these are depicted illustrations based on humans and what we've heard them to be. Because I know that cherubim supposedly have more than 2 wings. This looks like it has more than 2 wings and different heads of different beings, thrones, dominions, powers, virtues. And I just thought this was beautiful, a beautiful illustration. And we know that I love this painting of angels right here, and I talk about it. And this is Angels Dancing Sun. And this is by Giovanni di Paolo, who is a Italian painter. And I keep that up there because I adore that and love that. And so, Learn Religion said, what does the Bible say about angels? And I really felt that it was important for me to bring in the Bible, because the Bible has spoken about angels, and I know in Christian art there's angels, but I just thought at this point I should bring it up. What do angels look like? Why were they created? And what do angels do? Humans have always held a fascination for angels and angelic beings. For centuries, artists have tried to capture images of angels on canvas. It may surprise you to know that the Bible describes angels nothing at all like they are typically depicted in paintings. So here's a passage. He says, here's one. Most angels in the Bible have the appearance and form of a man. Many of them have wings, but not all. Some are larger than others, and others have multiple faces that appear like a man from one angle. And a lion or an ox or an eagle. Like when I had this vision of this angel once, that was in my dream, it was a side profile, and the eyes looked like eagle eyes. So angels are immortal, they're non-gender, they are made of light, beings of light. So here's 21 fascinating facts about angels in the Bible. Angels were created by God. In the 2nd chapter of the Bible, we are told that God created the heavens of the earth and everything in them. The Bible indicates that angels were created in the same time the earth was formed, even before human life was created. Thus the heavens and the earth and all the hosts of them were finished. For by him all things were created, things in the heavens and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things were created by him and for him. Angels were created to live for eternity. Scripture tells us that angels do not experience death. And I say they're immortal, right? 3, angels were present when God created the earth, or the world. When God created the foundations of the earth, the angels had already been in existence. Then the Lord answered Job out of the storm. He said, "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation?" While the morning stars sang together and all the angels shouted for joy. Angels do not marry. Well, okay. In heaven, men and women will be like angels who do not marry or reproduce. 5, angels are wise and intelligent. Well, also I have this, which I thought was pretty too. If you can see that. That's beautiful. And this talks about cherubim. And I'm guessing that this is God or Jesus or something right there. And so, angels seem to have the ability to fly. That's another characteristics of angels. And what else? As spirit angels do not have true physical bodies, angels are not meant to be worshipped. Angels are Christ's servants, and angels have the ability to exercise their own will. I don't really go, when I'm doing this stream, I'm not really talking about religions. I'm trying to talk about spiritual, but I do want to bring up, I was bringing up or am bringing up the Bible because angels are mentioned in the Bible, and I wonder if that's how we've all come to know about angels, is from the Bible. Angels shout for joy, fear, feel longing, and show many emotions in the Bible. And angels have certain limitations. They are not all-knowing, all-powerful, and everywhere present. The three angels mentioned in the books of the Bible are Daniel, Luke, and Luke. The only one angel in the Bible that is called an archangel is Michael. It says Michael is the only angel to be called an archangel in the Bible. He is described as one of the chief princes, and so it is possible that there are other archangels, but we cannot be sure. The word archangel comes from the Greek word archangelos, meaning a chief angel, and it refers to an angel that ranks highest or in charge of other angels. Angels are known as messengers, watchers, sons of God, supervisors for God. Another article talks about heaven, and heaven might be more bizarre than blissful. Well, so angels. Anyone have any comments on angels before we move on? So here's the 9 ranks of angels. And I find that everything you say, think, or do designs your future. Fear, negative thoughts will become darkness in your life, attracting unhappiness in people, relationships, and career. So let's only create positive thoughts. I have coming up on the show, I have a shaman, and I hope to get Mujin Chow back, who's an energy healer. And I have David Eller, who is a Bigfoot investigator, and he will be joining the show probably in the next week, maybe Thursday. He will be on, and we can get back to talking about Bigfoot. So I am all about sacred knowledge. And what is sacred knowledge? I refer to it in the introduction, and I say sacred knowledge is about connecting to a light source and bringing light into your life. And I believe that by connecting to the beautiful glowing light in your heart, watching a sunrise or sunset, doing a visualization or a meditation, you are bringing light into your life. And I say that that's crucial to serenity and harmony in your mind, body, spirit. And I also discuss nature and spending time in nature. 5 to 15 minutes minimum every single day. And I know that by spending time in nature, you're going to ground yourself, stand by a healthy tree, and stand in their energy field, and you will become more grounded, and more brave and more strong. If you don't have a chance to get out into out into the nature, I would say just close your eyes and imagine that you're standing among a forest of trees, healthy trees, and you will be grounded and you will become stronger and healthier. And you will feel less floating around in your head. You will feel more connected to the earth, and you won't feel lost. Like if you go into a crowd of people, I suggest that. If you're ultra sensitive like I am, sometimes I feel overwhelmed by other people's energy because I'm empathic. I suggest that you stand next to a healthy tree or visualize yourself standing within a forest of healthy trees. And then also dreams. Your sleeping dreams matter. Nothing is random. Your dreams will bring you to your fears. They will help you establish what your mission in life is, what direction your soul wants to take you. Your sleeping dreams will bring you to that. If you say to yourself before you go to sleep, I'd like to remember my sleeping dreams tomorrow morning, within a week you will remember your sleeping dreams, and maybe you'll get a premonition, or you will have a visitation by someone who's passed. Maybe your soul, your spirit will guide you to your destiny and opportunities, or remind you of someone in your life that you need to reconnect with. And that's it for today. It was a short stream because I told you I'm not feeling great. I've been going through something, TMI, and but I can't ever miss a stream. I stream every Monday and Thursday 2 to 4. Today it's a little short. You can catch my Saturday stream with the Ghost Hunter, and I will be back on Thursday, hopefully with a ghost, and you can look at my schedule and I will post if I have a guest on Thursday. And I just want to mention my followers. I'm so grateful for them, and I'm so glad today we had we had Master LV Slave join us, and we had Kwa, who's always here, and I don't know who else came by today. We had someone new, I thought, joined us, but maybe not. And the light language, I really want to bring up the light language once more. So what is light language? It's a form of communication with your higher dimensional realm. Maybe that will trigger something. Maybe tonight you'll have a dream about a starseed, a multi-dimensional alien. Well, thank you for joining us. You can find me on MaryAmyOfficial.com, my Instagram, my Facebook, Mary Amy Official. And I just want to say that I'm here for you. I hope that I bring light into your life, and I remind you that there's someone out in the universe, in this world, on this planet, who has light and hope for tomorrow. I believe that there's light on the horizon, and tomorrow's a better day. In fact, today, this moment, let's stretch this moment, and let's live in the present, and let's connect to the beautiful glowing light that's in your heart, and your 5 humongous dreams and goals that I speak of. I said to you last week, I said to you on Saturday, write down the 5 most humongous goals that you have of things that you want to do in your life. And as soon as you plant that seed, synchronicity will happen, and as they say, coincidence, and someone will come into your life and they will be talking about one of your 5 humongous goals, because anything is possible. Shoot here, shoot high to get here. You don't want to shoot low. You don't want to tell anyone about your dreams, because then their energy might ruin it. They might laugh at you and they say, oh, come on, ha ha ha, you're not going to be able to attain your dreams. But you can attain your dreams. I promise you, you can. It starts with your mind. And if you connect your mind and your spirit together about what you want, you can attain your dreams. And you can have abundance in your life, and you can be the best version of you. Through light, through nature, through your dreams. So, thank you for joining us. I will be back Thursday at 2, and I will be prompt on Thursday, I promise. I'm sorry I ran late today. So my blessings to you in honor of my Scottish grandmother, Lucille, Lang me your lung reek, which means I wish you good luck and good fortune in the future. Be well. I'm here for you. Find me on maryamyofficial.com, and you can find me on YouTube. Every stream I upload. Have a wonderful day. Be well. Bye, everyone.